Yes, vortex.
Most people in suiciety are dead. Okay? I am fully alive, and it makes me want to be dead. Because, like, everything in our world is just one big old distraction, you know? It's a distraction. It's for the sole purpose of controlling the masses and keeping them under the thumb of, you know, the whole system. And and yeah, it seems like the more that you know about that, the more people are going to hate you, because, like, why wouldn't they hate you? You're questioning their reality. You're pointing at the futility of a lot of things, or maybe saying something that is uncomfortable for a lot of people. So I've been thinking a lot about how people react to somebody offing themselves, and how people are so emotionally unintelligent that they get mad about this sort of thing. I really need to do jokes about this, because this is definitely my subject matter, right? It makes no sense to me. You're gonna get mad at somebody for killing themselves. Like, I just think that's the stupidest thing in the world. Way to make it all about you, you know? Like, God, I can't believe they didn't think about me before they selfishly took their own life. Why did they think about me? Bastard, you know? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But I really do believe, though, that the reason why people hate on that so much is because it's a final solution that I understand is not an actual solution, but it kind of is, though, man. I don't think that people that do that truly end anything, but because I think that whatever they're running away from, they're gonna keep experiencing it in their afterlife or whatever the fuck. Just like in life, you try to run away from your problems, you're gonna have more problems that are very similar to those other ones. But if you face them, then you can actually do something positive with it, and the universe will reward you for that. And then, you know, people will come into your life, you know, it's like they'll flock to you because they know that you have some sort of answer. And so I've just been thinking a lot about that. But I think that the person that is willing to do that, obviously they're not afraid of death. And that's something that terrifies most people. So I can understand why it seems like a major slap in the face. You know, especially if you know the person. But I guarantee you, they didn't kill themselves at you. Okay? People don't do things at you, unless they're narcissists. But I would say that most people that off themselves are probably not narcissists. You wish that more narcissists would do that, but they don't. Well, think about it like this, though. Narcissism is a defense. It's a survival skill. And so that's why so many people these days, they don't have narcissist personality, but I think that they're definitely like narcissists on default. Because like people are so defensive about their stupid beliefs. They're so defensive about like their lifestyle choices and everything, and like it doesn't matter. Like if somebody else disagrees with it, and that's another thing, a person offs themselves, clearly like they don't give a shit. You know, if people get mad about it. Which is why people say it's the most selfish thing you can do. But that's really stupid. That is such a fucking limited perspective right there. If you think that like taking your own life is the most selfish thing ever. Like there's so many selfish things that people do every day. And I think about people that I see like pretty much every day, like either at the grocery store or, you know, at my work, that are like morbidly obese and they just keep on fucking eating. And it's like they're literally killing themselves slowly. But nobody's gonna say that, you know? Nobody's gonna force them to go to fucking Weight Watchers. They'll try to force people to get sober and clean and all that. They have this whole show about forcing people to get sober. And the state does this too. And then the state will force you to take psychotropic drugs that are so much more addictive than crack and heroin and all this stuff that they warn you about on the DARE poster. But like, they're totally fine with you being high on, you know, Seroquel or whatever the fuck. Actually, I think Seroquel is an antipsychotic. I don't know if antipsychotics are the same. Antidepressants do kind of have like a numbing effect. Antipsychotics just make you feel like shit. I was on Risperdal the minimal time that I was in the psych ward. And I guess it kind of sort of stabilized me or whatever, but I mean, I stopped taking it immediately when I left because, you know, I don't believe in that shit. If I don't believe in it, I'm not going to do it. I mean, I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand. And like when it comes to technology, like all this stuff is literally designed to dumb everybody down. And people are fine with that. That's what that means. If you have a smartphone, that means that you don't mind being stupid. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna die on this hill. I'm gonna die on it. But at least I will die with my flip phone.